Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and stick around because I drop videos like this every single day. There's not many doing it like this. Welcome. We missed you. Today, I'm going to be telling you the difference between a good mix and a great mix. So let's get into that. All right, this person off Reddit said, what can make a good mix into a great mix? I'm relatively new to mixing and would appreciate some guidance on what I can start doing right now to make my mixes sound more professional. I primarily work in the indie folk rock genre and use FL Studio. So far, I've learned the basics of EQ, compression, panning, and how to fit effects into the mix like reverb, but I still feel like my mixes lack clarity and depth. Okay, so they work in these genres in this DAW. Let me just start by saying that these tips in this video apply to all genres and all DAWs. How you implement them specifically, yeah, it's going to change if you're working in orchestral music as opposed to trap music, but the concepts are all the same and you can do them in all the DAWs. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing and the most common thing, the first thing that came to my mind instantly when thinking what takes a good mix to a great mix is automation. Whether it's automating the vocals, riding them throughout the song so that they're really tight and consistent, or automating effect sends like reverb throws and delay sends. The reason that this is what takes a good mix to a great mix is it's that last 5%, that extra effort you put in that takes a lot of time but really adds that last icing on the cake. A mix is supposed to draw you in. The song is supposed to draw you in and keep your attention. And if you don't have any automation, most likely your song is just static and boring throughout the whole thing, right? That quarter note delay is the same throughout the whole song. Whether it gets fatiguing and you should have automated it away, or at certain points we need more of it, so you got to automate it in, right, and add those creative effects. Sometimes just by doing a little bit of automation in one section of the song, you can make that the moment of the song. You know, that moment of the song where you always wait for, rewind back to that one moment, the best part of the song. Sometimes you can make that just from mixing, whether it's a beat drop or just something like that. Just a little automation, taking it that extra step is going to turn a great, solid, no problems mix into a great mix that's just encapsulating. Another thing you can do to turn a good mix into a great mix is mixbox processing. A little bit of compression, maybe some saturation, right? I'm not going to give you specifics because it always changes, but just a little slight mixbox processing, you don't even need a ton, can really glue a mix together, make it move together musically and tighten it up and make it big and just give it life. It's going to take it from dull, flat, and boring, and it can just add a little spark to it that's going to push across the finish line. Another thing that's even more kind of nebulous than the things I said before is adding your unique flair as a mixer to the song. So a good mix is clean, polished, no glaring issues, right? But a great mix has those qualities, plus maybe it breaks some rules, or it has too much of this, too little of that, this is too loud, right? Add some character to it. We don't want something that's just boring. That's AI music. We want human music. Add your flair to it. Add your sound into the mix. Now, don't take the person's song that you're working for and make it your song. It's not what I mean, but they're hiring you as a mix engineer because of you. So impart your sound into the mix a little bit. And finally, the most boring but honestly truthful answer is sometimes a good mix turns into a great mix through mastering. Sometimes a really good master can just bring the most out of a mix. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't mix with the mindset of leaving it for the master. Do everything you can in the mix. But sometimes when you're referencing your mix versus a commercially released song, those songs are mastered. So you're comparing your mix to their mix and master. And you have to remember that. So get it as close as you can, but sometimes the mastering is what's going to push it across the finish line to go from good to great. And that's just the reality of it. So there you have it, guys. Hope you got something from that. I try to give you guys truth, not specific values. You don't need to use a 4-to-1 ratio. Do what works best. I'm just here to provide the philosophy. Hope you got something from that. Let me know down in the comments below what other videos you want to see. I'd love to have some ideas. I'm open to suggestions. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate y'all. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Inswain with Inswain Audio. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.